Hello, Bear Watchers. I am in the DOT parking lot, the Department of Transportation. And there's somebody else that shares this building too. Public facility? I don't know. Anyways, normally at the end of the year, every year, they have like a town appreciation thing for putting up with all of the construction that they do in town. And then they have all kinds of, big equipment for the kids to play around on, the big the huge snow plows and the dump trucks that dump the gravel and stuff. And so it's pretty cool. And then they usually have updates on upcoming construction and things that are going to be finished and whatnot. I got here a little bit late because I worked today, and they had 5 food trucks. I'm looking over there, I'm counting. Yeah, 1 left. So they had 5 food trucks out here, and so that was fun. I didn't get any video because I was hungry and they were getting ready to close. Like I said, one of the food trucks left. And, but yeah, the kids were having fun. I talked to some lady. She said that she was out here for 2 hours with her kids. So they were climbing over all over all the equipment and, just getting food from the food trucks. She Shack was here. So Mary is working today. She doesn't normally work on Saturday, but she's training somebody from the job that she left. So they left her on the books so she could train somebody when they found somebody. So she likes these grape leaves from the She Shack, and these stuffed, they're cheesecake stuffed strawberries. Oh wait, those fair videos haven't been up yet. That was one of the ones I was saving, is the fair videos. So, yeah, She Shack was there. They have a little gyro hut, so they do gyros. And they have just really, really good little Mediterranean food things. So I've got a couple other places I need to go. I've got to go to Sipping Streams and fill up my teas. And where else do I have to go? I've got a list. Oh, I need to go to the co-op. So I don't know how much I'm going to video, if I bring you guys along with me today. But it's another busy weekend day. And then tonight, I'll video that for sure. We're going to the bonfires. So pretty sure I'm going to put that up for Monday. Yeah. So it's a tradition. It's their 100th anniversary, and I don't know, because the people that promote everything, they're different every year because they're students. So I don't know if they even realize it's the 100th year. Somebody should have mentioned that to somebody, because it hasn't been any advertisements. They don't usually advertise it because it's something that's put on for the students. But it is very cool. They have music and food and booths for all of the, all the different educational things up there. So that way, if students they're like their freshman year, they haven't decided what they want to do yet. Maybe they can get an idea what they want to do. It's fun. It's really fun. So, okay. I am gonna head out and go get some things done. been a very weird day. Mary's got deja vu because she went to help train a lady over at Carlisle where she used to work.
Yeah.
So I can say that now.
Yeah, because I don't work
because she doesn't work there anymore. But yes, ice road truckers, all that business.
Yeah, so I used to work with one of the ice road truckers, if any of you were wondering.
Yeah. So my brain is not functioning today because I have a list of things that I wanted to do and things are not happening.
Well, usually she'll pick me up right around like 1 o'clock.
And then we'll go do stuff.
Yeah, well, I was scheduled to go and help train someone from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is now 3:30. So that's been interesting. The person, they're very, very nice, and they were actually grasping things pretty well for the first time. I know I'm one of those people that's like, someone tells me something, I'll try to do it on my own. I'll ask questions if I get confused. A lot of the times, unfortunately, the way I learn is like, I'll be like, well, I think I understood it, and then someone will be like, you did this wrong. So then I'll learn from my mistakes, which is how people learn. But she's very much of a like, let me make sure I understand absolutely everything before I let you walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, which is good. Like, I have learned to be more like that also, but it's definitely like a lot more questions than I'm prepared to answer sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, there are certain things that I did that I don't actually know how to explain. But we were kind of working on it together.
Just bent my fingernail backwards.
So I think she'll be good for the position. Yeah, so yeah, I feel a little bad for those guys because they're still very short-staffed. Part of the reason why I left because everyone over there is doing multiple jobs, and so hopefully they get more people in eventually, but time will only tell. Yeah.
So when I left you last, I was gonna head over to another Forget-Me-Not Rescue fundraiser. They have been having fundraiser after fundraiser after fundraiser. I'm going to tell you a little story about them. They have been taking in all of these animals that need extensive care and surgeries.
Oh, I've been seeing that.
Yeah.
I so badly just want to be like, here's $1,000.
I know. I do too. So they last left off with they had like a $11,000 bill at North Pole Vet because North Pole Vet has been working with them. And the very next day they had a drop-off, a dog that got into a fight with another family dog, and it got, an infection. So they couldn't take care of it. That ended up being another $1,500 vet bill.
Because it was an emergency?
Because it was an emergency.
And the dog's still fighting off the infection?
And because the infection got so bad, it burst the artery. Yeah, it was so horrible. They showed up, they put a little disclaimer on their gross pictures,
Yeah.
And I didn't want to look through the pictures, but I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, poor baby.
I know, I've been following them, and it's so hard not to just want to adopt half
I know.
About half the dogs that come through their doors, because a lot of them unfortunately come from homes where they've, been injured or something has happened, and the people are like, we can't afford this.
Can't afford it, yeah.
So they give them up, but they still have these injuries that need to be taken care of, and it just makes you so badly want to take them in because they're all so sweet.
And they're like us. They've got good hearts.
Yeah.
they will go the measure for these animals. So, which is good. There's somebody like that in town.
I'm so glad.
Instead of just euthanizing these poor little dogs.
Yeah. I wish they did they should really do
like a Patreon?
Yeah, they should really do a Patreon, because
I thought about that last night when I saw that.
Right? Because if they got enough people to donate, and then they, you know, because they have merch, like, you know, they just give you like a cute sticker or something every so often.
Right.
Even if they didn't give much, but they provided updates on their Patreon about like, oh, this dog is doing this, and these guys are off doing this, and they're all doing well. I wouldn't mind that. Like, you know, $15 a month or something.
Right.
I would totally sign up for it.
Which, you know, all the fundraisers that we go to, we probably give them more than that a month.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, that was a big hole. Ooh.
You missed it.
Yeah, we're heading down Geist Road. We're heading to Sipping Streams. That was one of the places I wanted to go, but I knew that Mary was getting out quick, so I figured I would hold it off until then. But what I did do was I dropped that stuff off with Mary, the grape leaves and the stuffed strawberries.
That was good.
And then I went up to the university because, like I said, Starvation Gulch is tonight. Well, I got caught in a bunch of traffic because the Equinox is today. The Equinox run, that 26-mile run. And I was like, you know, why would they do the pallets and the bonfires and stuff when tonight's the Equinox? Well, I think she gave me the wrong dates for the Starvation Gulch because they wouldn't do those on the same day. And the Equinox did get pushed forward for some reason. I don't know why, because the actual Equinox is the 23rd this year. So it would have been next weekend. But, so I checked the Nanook Engage, which is the student Instagram page, and sure enough, it's next weekend. So that's not tonight. It's next weekend.
But
the bonfires.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so they've been doing all this weird student engagement stuff, you know, like they do at the beginning of the year, which is fun because it gets all the students, you know, together to do things, and they get to know each other. And,
yeah.
So this year they were doing some kind of weird humans versus zombies thing. It looks hilarious. It looks like so much fun. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go back to college. But yeah, it's kind of like a chase the flag, but they're doing it with zombies. Okay, we're here at Sipping Streams. I didn't show you the drive because we're chit-chatting. And I am not going to go into Romy Route because I'll spend a bunch of money. Because lately when I've been coming to Sipping Streams, we've been doing both. We've been going to Sipping Streams and Romy Route. But I overspent my budget when I went to Costco yesterday or Thursday. So I gotta watch my P's and Q's because we have to pay for our cruise in a couple of weeks.
Which we figured that I should be able to pay for with both my Alaska card and then my my bank card.
We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, so we should be able to pay for it just fine. We were just hoping some of our...
We were hoping the PFD would come in time to pay for it. Because I was thinking the PFD was going to come on the 1st, but it's not coming until the 5th, and our payment is due on the 5th.
Well, yeah, so, and then that might even just be the day
that's too close.
That might be the day that the PFD is dispersed, because a lot of people kind of trickle, their PFDs kind of show up in the following days. So it's not guaranteed we'd get it the day that it needs to be paid off. So I was like...
sometimes banks hold them for some reason.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I'll just plan on paying for it by the end of this month. And then when PFDs come, we'll figure out things then. Yeah,
I'll just put it back in Mary's account. But... yeah, it works. You know, there's money somewhere.
And that's kind of what we did for...
the other cruise?
Yeah, because I paid for that in, like, a couple, like, 2 or 3 different payments. And then I think we mostly used the PFDs for, like, plane tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's another thing we gotta do. We gotta get the plane tickets.
Yeah.
But we gotta get that figured out because we're gonna do it by only paying for one ticket for the 3 of us. Because I have my companion fare, and then I have a ton of miles. So, but the thing is, every time we do that, Alaska Airlines separates us because we're all under different confirmation codes. Even if I put us down as traveling together, they always separate us. And I don't know, you know, if you've got 3 people in a row and you're all flying together, why would they separate you? I never understand that. I don't.
Weird. Well, it's funny because Mom and mine are always attached. Like, we never really get separated. They always keep our seats together. But they always bump Heather away from us. And,
or Faith, you know, somebody gets bumped.
It's so weird. So we had to figure a lot of that out the last time we all went on like a big Michigan trip together.
Yeah, because Heather even got bumped to a different flight, didn't she?
Yeah, one of them. Oh, that was way before Michigan, though.
That was Texas or something.
Yeah, it was super weird. But luckily for that one, we talked to the people, and they were like, well, she might be able to make it on this flight with you, or you can all go on that next flight. So we figured that out. She did get to go with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that was hairy. That was...
Yeah, she gets pretty nervous in airports. Like, she's confident until they change things last minute, which has been happening a lot lately, especially with, like, you know...
Well, COVID and all that stuff.
So, so she's super confident, and then they'll change the gate. Well, she doesn't have the app, and sometimes the app doesn't always work. And so she gets freaked out when she's like, why isn't it boarding? What's going on? And she'll talk to an attendant. They'll be like, oh, it looks like it changed to this gate all the way across the airport. Right. And then she breaks down, and they're like, what do we do? You know, they're trying to find ways to help her, and they usually do, but yeah, it's scary because we're like, is she gonna get on the flight? Yeah.
That happened in Florida. Yeah. And that was a really scary situation.
Well, she was in Seattle. We were in Florida.
We were in Florida. She was in Seattle. They changed the gate. I didn't think she was going to make it there on time, but luckily there was another lady that was at the gate worried about the same thing.
Yeah, so they
had to hold the plane. They had to hold the plane, but
by the time Heather was on the phone with us, she started crying.
Yeah, and I told her, give the phone to the attendant.
And then she just hung up on
us. And she hung up on me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. You know, so I didn't think she was going to make it.
But luckily, when she landed, we were like, well, what happened? And she was like, well, the people saw that I was really freaking out, and a bunch of them started huddling around me and trying to figure out what I need help with, because obviously she was probably having like a mini panic attack. And then they all they had somebody walk her to her flight. So that helped. But yeah, we were trying so hard to get her to pass the phone over to the flight attendant. Yeah. Because I've had people do that at my office. I've had elderly people who don't know what they're doing pass a phone over to like their son or daughter or something, and then they explain like what they need help with at my business. But yeah, it's, you know, things happen.
Yeah. And I've asked them, you know, at Alaska Airlines, if there's some way I could put some kind of a note in her files, you know, attached to her flight, you know, her frequent flyer number, that she's autistic. You know,
I know there's some way you can like call the airport and make arrangements so that she can essentially...
Yeah, you can make arrangements, but...
Yes, well, essentially she could be treated like... I think there's some way you can put disability on there. The only problem with that is they usually come with a wheelchair, and then they wheel you around. That wouldn't be
such a bad idea.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know, maybe, I mean...
somebody wheel her around.
Yeah. They'd probably have more fun with her than most people.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well. She just needs to fly more so she can get more used to it.
Exactly. We'll get her used to it.
All right. This is getting long again. We're going to go in tipping streams.
Yeah.
Is it a pig or a bunny? Is it a pig dressed like a bunny? What is it? So Sipping Streams has yummy food. Mm-hmm. They actually have really good food.
They've got a lot more on their menu than we've ever tried.
They've got banh mi sandwiches and juk soup.
And then if you want to just have a little afternoon tea, they have little cucumber cream cheese sandwiches or cucumber butter.
Yeah. Well, it's a tea house, so they do tea parties and stuff. So they've got, like all the tea sandwiches and cookies and little, was it like lavender bears? Their lavender bears are really good.
I was debating on getting one.
Yeah. So we got our tea, and it was buy one, get one half off on the drinks. So we got some drinks. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. I worked today. Here, let me fix this. That's better. So, what was I going to say?
You worked today?
Yeah, I worked today. I'm a mess. I'm not thinking right. And that DOT thing that I went to, I was standing there waiting for my food, and I had this guy come up to me, and he looked familiar. And I was like, who are you? And he said, you don't remember me? And I was like, no, sorry. And he's like, I'm your garage door guy. This poor man, when I first moved into my house, he came out to fix my garage door, I don't know, like 5 times. Because he was determined to get it fixed. Well, what was happening was the garage is not level. It goes down the sides because it's made to drain off the sides of the garage. So yeah, it doesn't have a drain hole in the garage. It drains from the sides. So there's openings on the sides of the garage. And so when the garage door comes down, there's a big air pocket at the bottom. So he put this tubing in there. He tried several different things, and then it messed up like the bottom panel. He was just, poor guy. He was out there, week after week after week trying to figure this out, and he wasn't charging me. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. But he was in the middle of transitioning his business. He thought he was going to sell it, but I don't know what happened. He still owns the business and he's still running it. And this is like almost 6 years later. So, yeah. I think he got his hair cut really short. Oh. And he used to have kind of like longer hair. I think he used to pull it kind of back in a ponytail.
A lot of guys do that.
Yeah. And so it looked darker. But now that it's cut short, it's white. So that's why I didn't recognize him. But oh my gosh. But I felt dumb. It's like, and he was even wearing a shirt that said Klondike Door Company.
It happened. There was an ongoing joke at my previous workplace. My boss tends to wear like the same sweater or like jackets, outer jackets all the time, and they're lighter weight. But one summer, it was a really hot day, and I was so tired, and I'd been standing in that hot front office all day. So he walked by, and I didn't really look at his face, but I just saw a different shirt. And I was like, hello, like I was going to say to a customer, and then I was like, oh, it's you. But he was so confused by that. So I told my sister, who I worked with at the time, and I was like, I totally didn't recognize him. So of course she went and told him.
Oh no.
And then it became a joke. He's like, I'm taking off my jacket, Mary. It's okay, it's just me. So these people, I was really sad to leave when I did, because they were like family.
Yeah, joke around all the time.
But yeah, it was just
our office is like
stress.
That. It's like family there. Yeah. That's why I've been there so many years. And most of the people that leave, it's not because they want to leave. It's because they have to move. You know, they're military or you know, they're moving down to Anchorage, you know, whatever. It's not that they want to leave, you know, because if everybody there that has the option to stay stays, you know.
I just learned
I was waiting for her to get out of my way.
Personally how much I can handle, and up to a certain point.
They're bringing produce.
There were just like a lot of changes going on at my old workplace when I decided that, you know, I needed to make a change in my life because I grieved leaving all of my coworkers. I really loved them a lot. And we'd all been through a lot together. But yeah, it's like, it's the
company itself.
Yeah, the company and the way it worked and the things that they weren't willing to do for all of us, and we did so much for them. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I can't do this for my mental health, you know, no matter how much I want to stay to help out my friends, essentially. I was like, I just can't do it anymore. And I know they're all going to be just fine without me.
Right.
I mean, they
have been so far.
Yeah, they all really miss me, and they're like, you can't, like, imagine how much we miss you, because there's just so much I would do to try to, you know, ease their work days, as, you know, as much as I could, but, yeah, but they're doing okay. I know it's still really crazy over there, but...
Yeah. Okay, we're going to the co-op, which is clear on the other side of town, so... I think we'll just take Airport Road. All right, we'll show you the drive. Well, as you can see, we made a detour. Heather messaged me while we were on our way over here to the co-op, and so we didn't go down airport. we went down Johansson, went and got Heather, and we're here. We're at the co-op, and it's Customer Appreciation Day. Where's my list? So I only need a few things, but I don't know if they have. It's a percentage off, I think, your total order. So you get like one purchase for the week, you know, that you can have the percentage off. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, we're gonna go look around.
Yep.
More pumpkins.
Oh, Heather's got it.
This side. It's just my fingers are very dry.
I could get it.
Get out of here. Go deep for the mushrooms, though. That's okay. They're going home. Big ones in there. Big. Look enough.
Oh my gosh, she's whining over fritters. She wants some zucchini fritters. But then I have to get an onion too. So, okay, grab a zucchini.
Oh, should I get a bag?
I don't. We don't need a bag for just one. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Now I need an onion. Go grab an onion.
Let's go find an onion. Are these right?
Yeah, just grab one of those. And an onion. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I am always looking for this stuff around Christmas time. Should I get it?
Sure. Oh yeah, for the thumbprint cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to take a peek.
Look what Heather got. She found it.
I found
This is what we've been looking for all along.
Yeah.
We've been going all around town trying to find this. And Co-op's the one that usually carries it. But it's this time of year.
Yes.
It's around Halloween, yeah. Okay. So we got it. How much was it?
$7.45. I think that's what it said.
Okay. And of course I gotta get my goat's milk kefir. I will grab 2 of those at $8.99 each. And I really like this bread. It's carbonate. 1 gram net carb. Oh, that's a squeaky door. Woohoo! Oh, the best carrots in Alaska. Too bad I don't need carrots right now. I should have got those instead of the ones I got from Costco. Ugh. Heather has a bag in her bag. So she got all of our groceries in that one bag. I hope she's not squishing the zucchini and stuff.
Oh, the zucchini's fine.
Okay.
It's on top.
All right. Oh, weird. How cute. Oh my gosh, everything has changed. It's all different. Mary and I were talking, it looks like the one in Wasilla. New signage. Ooh. So it's kind of dark, but it was ironic that we got to pick up Heather before we went to the co-op, because I wouldn't have thought about getting this. And it's that time of year that, you know, we get that. So we'll show you our haul from the co-op market. We got an onion, and I got 2 of my goat's milk kefirs. I've got it on a monthly order, but they won't order until they're out of it. So, and the big zucchini. And Heather keeps blocking my light when she puts things up there. And the mint jelly. We got a lot of stuff on clearance. And then I got, it was 10% off in my whole order. The carbonate bread. Yeah, it's like 1 gram net carb. And the crimini mushrooms, because I forgot the stuff I got from the Southside market. I need mushrooms for that soup. So now we got the mushrooms, and I can make the soup. These were half off, and I still got 10% on top of the half off. They're white chocolate raspberry scones from Marlowe's Bakery.
And also Marlowe's Bakery.
And also Marlowe's Bakery. We got a chocolate croissant.
And a little marble brownie.
And a cream cheese brownie.
Oh, and my sandwich.
And I shouldn't have took these guys by the baked goods, is what it was. And then Heather got a sandwich. It's you know, Dave's Killer Bread. So they make them there. They do have all kinds of really good, yummy, organic stuff.
In my defense, I did not ask for said croissant. Mom held it up and was like, "Do you want croissant?" And I was like, "Sure."
Okay.
I
cut off Heather because it was dark. She said she almost got a croissant. She actually pulled one out, and then she saw the brownies.
And I chose a brownie instead, because it was actually probably better for me to grab a brownie than a gigantic croissant.
Yeah.
This was my usable big.
Yeah. And they've got gluten-free batter and crumb over there. They have gluten-free stuff, but it's got a lot of sugar in it. And that's the problem, is whenever you get the gluten-free stuff, they still have a lot of sugar in it. No, not for me.
There's a lot of stuff that can fit in this bag.
I know how to make my stuff at home. I need to make my own goodies.
Yes.
That way I know what's in them.
Satisfied?
They wanted scritches.
Yeah.
Here, wanted scritches. So this sink over here is kind of a catch-all when we're not using it. But the quarantined toys, they tend to go in this sink. So I tried to cover this rip up with a sock, but then they ripped it open further, so that's what happened to the toy. It lasted about a half an hour, and it's gonna get mended. But this one, she knows it's here, and she keeps bringing her toys over here and dropping them because she wants this one so bad. So listen to her. See, she's crying.
She was so excited about
Yeah, I know. You know what I did try to do was I tried to tie the tail in a knot, but yeah, it didn't work. I mean, if I took the stuffing out of the tail, oh, maybe I could do that. I'll take the stuffing out of the tail and then I can tie it in a knot. So it's the next day, it's Sunday, and this is the bill from the tea house. So if you get bulk teas, you get a discount. And this is what we refill. And Mary every day will have the Dragon Well, the Grand Cayman, and Rooibos, vanilla, just to flavor it. And that keeps her allergies down. So Heather uses the rose petals for digestion. she has a mason jar that she puts that in. So you don't have to use their containers. You know, you can bring your own containers. And then we had buy one, get one half off for the drinks. So Mary and I got drinks. And we were running low. Well, actually, we ran out of the drawstring bags. We like those better than these other ones that we have now. And we got a couple of those little tiny stickers. Let me see, I got one here. See, tiny sticker. I'm gonna put that on my cup. And Mary got her egg tarts. So it was almost $80 with you know, all the discounts and everything. And that'll last us for a long time. I mean, probably well over a month for those, you know, all that stuff. I don't know. Heather goes through the rose petals pretty quick. And here is the co-op bill. You know, all the bakery stuff is at the top, so that's all locally sourced. The deli sandwiches, they make them there. I got the bread and the mint jelly, the butterscotch pop, and we got the organic mushrooms. And then and it has these little things on here, so you know what's organic and what was locally sourced. I don't know if they can put 2 on there. So like the zucchini, I think they were local even though they were organic. I got my goat's milk kefir, and we always round up for whoever they're donating to for the month. And that's usually pretty good rounding up. Well, sometimes people will put extra money on there, but I'll have to show you one of those. You know, it's like right around 10,000 a month, I think, is what they usually come up with. They pick some nonprofit in the community. So the saga of the little dragon is going to continue. We were going to go to Chattanooga today, but we decided to make it a lazy day. I'm going to make that soup because it's raining outside. And I told Mary I really wouldn't mind taking a drive in the rain because it really makes the colors stand out. But Heather and I will go tomorrow. I don't know what the weather will be like tomorrow. But I'm going to get this video up for you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. The continuing saga of the pink dragon.